Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of Beyond the Ordinary Show. And y'all, it's gonna be fun today. We're just gonna have a good time no matter what comes up. Joy and laughter is what's gonna lead. And I don't care how deep we go into things, joy and laughter is going to lead. We'll start with joy and laughter, and we may traverse other energies, but we're going to come up with joy and laughter as well. Um, because
That
dang it,
sounds good to me.
right? We deserve it. It's just time.
No joke. Are you kidding me? Holy what? We have all been through the ringer.
Yeah, we have. And out and then back in, but we're learning how to have fun with the roller coaster ride. So, y'all, Cinimon Clark is with us today. We're going to be talking about befriend the ego and so much more, but some practical things that I think is really important. And we're going to get to that in so many different ways. How to be your own best friend, how to ground yourself, and how to become your own spiritual mentor. And that is a big topic um, that I think we're ready to embrace in ways that perhaps we may not have even given thought to before, or if it was fleeting. But anyway, we're diving in. Cinnamon, welcome to the call. Thank you for being here. I
Thank you
can't
for
wait to
letting
learn.
me be here. Are you kidding me? I was just telling him before we turned on the magic switch to invite everybody that I love coming here because y'all are like the coolest. So, because John has the best audience ever, y'all are the
I do.
coolest.
It's true.
Yeah, really, honestly. And I love it because when they get the package with me, it's not like I'm working with somebody who doesn't know what spirituality is. You have a very educated audience. You have
Hmm.
a very self-aware audience, and they know where they've been, they know where they are, they know where they're going. They're amazing. And so I love this so much. It's fabulous. And
So,
can I just, oh yeah, 'cause y'all,
no,
I'm
go
a
ahead.
big mouth.
Go
Well, I
ahead. What
was
were you
just
saying?
saying that the whole befriend your ego thing, y'all, it was funny because I had this meditation I was supposed to do and I forgot it and I couldn't find it and I didn't send it in time and all this stuff. But I feel like we're supposed to talk about this anyway, even though that meditation is not on the package, because I was just thinking the other day about intuition and how intuition is like, why do we even need it? What's the freaking point? Why do people want to access it? Like, what's the big freaking deal about intuition? But the cool thing is about intuition is that it helps you make better decisions,
Hmm.
and it helps you befriend your ego. It helps you feel grounded. It helps you feel safe when oftentimes we do not down here on this planet.
Hmm.
And so intuition is like tied all up in all the whole shebang, I think. Because I mean, and I call it the triple threat is what I call it. And our triple threat, which we all come with, y'all, and that's your ego self, which we're gonna talk about in a minute, like how to befriend it. Because we do, because our ego is like, dang, it's just trying. It's just trying to help. Shit. Y'all gotta lighten up on it. I gotta lighten up on it. Who am I kidding? All the advice you give is the advice you need for yourself. Right here. So, like, we need to learn as a group, as a collective or whatever, how to freaking be nice to ourselves and quit pushing so hard. So our triple threat that'll derail us every time is our ego when we let it run rampant and it's took off in the neighborhood and having a freaking panic attack and we're trying to call it back and it's going, nope, we're all gonna die in a fiery heap, right? Your ego. And then your thoughts, of which how many do we have a day? Like 9 jillion, I don't know. And our central nervous systems, y'all, would gladly choose the devil that it knows versus this unknown loveliness that it doesn't know every time. So your thoughts are gonna go, but that's it, we're all dying in a fiery heap. And then, of course, your primordial hardware, right? Which comes with being in the body.
Hmm.
And I'm a canine behaviorist, so that I know all about that, about those triggers that makes an animal panic, and I've worked with highly aggressive dogs for decades. And so feeling, and now all my clients, if they see me now, they'll go, oh, well, shit, that makes sense. Because I'm an animal communicator, but they never knew it. I tried to keep it separate, but knowing when you're gonna panic, knowing when you do panic, like, hold on, wait a minute. I think it's just a triple threat. I don't think it's really me. Because deep down, I know it's okay. So how do you get to that good feeling when you're having a freak out? when you're
Hmm.
having a panic attack, when somebody's triggered you, when you're doing shadow work. You know, it's like Ram Dass always said, right? If you think you're enlightened, spend a week with your family. So like with when you're at the holidays with your family and somebody triggers you, and like how do you get back to center? That's befriending that ego. And knowing that, oh wow, okay, hold on, it really is trying to help me. Like for real, y'all, legit. And I have like trained myself systematically over the long haul. It's been a long time ago when I started this shit, but how to have pronoia. And now I'm fully indoctrinated myself, and it's freaking fabulous. And I highly recommend it. 5 stars would recommend, because paranoia freaking sucks.
Hmm.
Pronoia is the opposite of that. I really do fully believe that the entire universe is conspiring to help me. Just bottom line, full stop. That's it. And it's the same for y'all. I mean, I ain't
Hmm.
special, this is everybody. So knowing that, when you have a freak out, like how do you befriend your ego? Well, first step, I think, is to go, oh, it's just a triple threat. Oh, okay. Whew, it's a triple threat. And I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my body, my lovely little body. And your little body, does it look exactly like you want? No. I mean, do I look like Charlize Theron? No. But that's all right. But I can love my body anyway. And so loving your body, understanding that your ego is there to freaking help you. And for real, you gotta have it, because then you wouldn't even know where you lived or who your loved ones are. You'd be like, too ethereal to like be here. You'd forget to buy food. Like it would be a diaper fire. You don't want to go there. So knowing that the ego is actually here to freaking help you, but it's like a little toddler, and sometimes it just needs a snack and a nap. So you're not your body, you're not your ego, you're not your thoughts, you're not your, Aunt Linda's freak out while she gives you a panic attack. You're not all the crap that she says you are. Like, you are so much more powerful than all of that. So I've gone off this big long tangent here. And John and I were talking too before we started that I never prepare for anything, because it's just going to be what it's going to be. And it's not about me. I feel like it's disingenuous if I prepare, because that would be like, well, I need to teach you something and I know it all and you don't. Oh my God, that's a bunch of horseshittery that I don't even subscribe to. So, I always, for really real, my guides always tell me this little, well, I think I've said it on here before. So my eyes are closed. They're like sticking into my head. They're going, wrap it up, Cinnamon. Just say what we said, what we wanted you to say. Fine. It's this old story about the traveling monk. I'm sure y'all have heard it. And he goes into the village, and there's a beggar sitting on the box, and the beggar is begging. And the monk says, what's in the box? And the beggar says, nothing. I've been sitting here 23 years. Nothing in the box. Just what do you have to give me? And the monk convinces the beggar to stand up, turn around, open the box, and look inside. And of course, lo and behold, it is full of jewels and gold and riches beyond imagination. So I am that monk. I cannot give you anything that you do not already have. I am just here to go, hey, look at that. Oh my God, isn't that cool? Like, look at that. Look at all that power in you. Did you freaking know that was even in there? Holy shit. Like, you were so amazing and badass. Like, I'm just a cheerleader. I'm just like the little.
Let's get into, yes, you're the cheerleader, and you say that you're not special, but you are uniquely wired. And so for anybody who's new to you, can we really get into how you're wired? How is it that you're communicating with guides? How is it that when people show up in session with you, what comes through in what you're sharing, that you're picking up through and you said, what's our intuition? It's, for me, our intuition, when we feel into it, it's also our connection into the divine, and knowing that is really guiding us. And it's in that, those synapses of being quiet enough, and
Yes.
then the capacity to take action on that impulse, is
And
what
do it
we
right
credit
then.
right then. That's the credit that I give to the intuition. It's the hearing and the taking action. And it's not just one or the other. It's got to be, and it's in alignment. But most importantly, forget my theories. How is
No,
it,
I'm invested now. You
right?
were on a roll. Like, go for it.
No,
Holy
no, are you
crap.
kidding me? You're entertaining me. This is amazing. I'm still hanging on the diaper fire, but I'll get back to that in
Oh,
a bit.
sorry.
Um,
Y'all, I'm from Mississippi, so my mouth is not very not very nice. So just kind of roll with me. And if
Oh
you
my
don't
God.
like bad words, I ain't for you, honey. I ain't
So,
for you.
so your guides, who are you
Yes.
connecting with? You're channeling. Okay,
You know,
we get that you're a pet whisperer or
yes.
maybe megaphone. Um,
I'm all the things. I'm psychic, psychic medium. I'm an animal communicator. I'm an energy healer. I'm an empath. I got all the clairs, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, clairaudient, what is, I don't know, more. All the freaking things. And the cool part about this is I don't know how it freaking works. Shit, I don't know. The hell do I know? You know what lets me do
mhm,
this is because I'm autistic and I'm ADHD and I know how to get out of the way. And I feel like autistic people, neurodivergent people, we function like a non-human animal functions. We overthink a lot. But a lot of times for me, it's nope, this feels right, I'm gonna just do it. Because
mhm.
I'm just like a little antelope out in the field. I'm not gonna sit there and go, ooh, I don't know, was that a cheetah? No. What am I saying? That's ridiculous. I don't have those kind of gifts. No, you're gonna freaking die. What do you want, glue? Run. Like if you feel funky, do something about it. And I'm autistic, and this gives me, well, it's a blessing and a curse because the truth flops out of my mouth, usually at the most inappropriate times. Oh my word, y'all. For real, y'all, quick aside, I went to a thing for parents because I'm a single mama for my son, and I and the woman was so lovely, and my autistic ass, her little dog we're all sitting with our wine, and her little dog comes in, and I say something about it being morbidly obese. Well, you cannot take me anywhere. I cannot believe, I'm still mortified how I don't even want to talk to her ever again. Anyway, so it's a curse, but it's also a blessing because it flops out of my mouth, and I have no desire for control or authority over anyone's anything. And if I am giving rules to children or dogs or cats or, because I've worked horses and worked tigers and wolves and house cats and all these things, the rules that I lay forth, I ain't gonna tell anybody to do anything I wouldn't do.
Mhm.
Ever. Because I feel like every living thing on this planet is equal to me. And I really did think everybody was like that. And so that's why I say I don't know how it works. Because when I was a little kid, it finally dawned on me like, oh shit, wait, you don't talk to your animals and you don't hear what they say back? Oh snap. I better shut my cake hole here because this is getting funky. So I learned how to kind of be little and not say it out loud to anybody because the animals would just tell me. So how does it work? I don't know. I've had series of guides come in, different groups of guides come in and help me. And I've had many over the years, but right now I kind of don't have any. And so they've all backed off a little bit. So it's just in my head, it's just clear cognizance. And
Mhm.
I'm my own little litmus test.
Yeah.
If my body says yes, I say it. And there's your intuition. Let me tie that in really quickly. How do you really strengthen your intuition? You let your body freaking tell you. Because
Mhm.
if you're getting something claircognizant, clairvoyant, clairsentient, whatever, clairalient, what does your body say about it? How can you tell if it's intuition or if it's not? Your emotions, your
Mhm.
feelings and emotions, your feelings and then your emotions are in your body like a flood of chemicals. So if it's anger, bitterness, rage, jealousy, freaking out, grief, sorrow, worry, anxiety, depression, that's just you. Doll
Mhm.
baby, that's just you. That's just the shit you got to work through. And believe me, I feel like that all the damn time. The intuition is, and your guides are, this calm, neutral knowing. Like I just know. I just know we're gonna be there on time. I don't know
Mhm.
how I know, I just know it. I know we're stuck in traffic. It doesn't make any lick of sense, but we're gonna be on time. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. That's that good part.
Yeah.
And there's where decisions need to be made. So befriending your ego is understanding that it's going to have a panic attack and it's going to freak out and it's going to be pissed at your Aunt Linda. God love Linda, but she says the worst shit, right? So knowing all of that, you can be the grown up because I think that that's really what the world is going through in the moment. This is what I feel is a Well, I'm not a religious person. Never have been, even when I was a little kid. And roll with me, y'all, this connects in. When I was a little kid, I remember back home in Mississippi going to the church and me sitting there and thinking, why do these grown-ups need invisible parents to tell them right from wrong?
Mhm.
I know right from wrong, and I'm 5. I don't, and it's scary when you're a little kid because you think, wait a minute, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Oh my God. So I feel like as religion is crumbling right now on the planet, because white supremacy is crumbling, religion is crumbling, and patriarchy is crumbling, and capitalism is crumbling because they're all connected. So as it, come here, darling, come here. So as it all crumbles, sorry, crawfish is, here's crawfish, y'all. He just wanted to come up in here in the business. Hey, crawfish, darling. So as that all crumbles, religion is crumbling because religion absolves us from responsibility. Devil made me do it. I don't know what came over me. It's not my fault. Religion holds you accountable. How did you get here? What is going on in you that made you feel you need to do these things? If things are happening for you and not to you, what does that mean? What is the deeper meaning there? And then you have all of these questions that start flooding in. So crawfish is really enjoying this, y'all. So thanks y'all for letting him hang out with us. But I feel like religion is crumbling because we gotta freaking grow up.
I agree.
We gotta grow up. And we need to stop. Well, y'all don't need to do a damn thing I say. Let's get one thing straight. Y'all don't need to do a damn thing I say. But wouldn't it be nice if we were not surprised by what governments do? Wouldn't it be nice if we could go, well, yeah, that tracks. And I see how we got here. So if we don't want to stay here, we want to go over here instead of here, how do we do that? And know that we just have to take these little steps. Because if I said it a million times, life is like a connect the dots.
Mhm.
We don't see the whole picture till we're dead and gone. Then we go, oh, well, shit, yeah, that makes sense. Why he did that, or I said this, or whatever, because then you can see the whole thing. But in the moment, we're just trying to get from 12 to 13 to 14 to 15, so as we take these little steps, I feel like that's the growing up part. And it's scary. Coming up and out of religion and going, oh man, whoa, now what? And then you have to really be responsible for yourself and everything you do, say, think, feel. But there again, I think we're circling back to befriend your ego. Because it's okay if you screw up. That's the point. That's why we're here. And being gentle and kind with yourself makes everything exponentially easier. And that's what I'm doing here. Because y'all, last month, May, freaking horrible for me. Oh my God, it was freaking terrible. Because I was growing up in a way, because I was looking back and realizing that my childhood wasn't what I thought it was, and people in my family, and it was all this like, oh shit, revelatory, bless you, doll baby. It was all this revelatory information that I had just blocked out.
Mhm.
And so I think that's my little microcosm, right? But the macro, it's all of us waking up. And I don't know, John, have you been like discovering stuff about your life too, and being able to release it and allow and
Without a doubt. And what's been
yeah.
coming in, there's a sobriety that
Ooh,
it's truth that's coming through us to be sober with what actually is instead of trying to shuffle around it as we're
literally and
evolving.
spiritually and figuratively, and
Yeah,
like, yeah, you can't.
completely. As we're
Oh,
stretching, those things are coming up. Go ahead. Yeah.
holy shit, that reminds me. Y'all, hold on just a second, because look, I had this dream the other night, and I told my friend Christy about it. She's the only one I told. But my whole life been working on poverty. I've had poverty my whole life. I am from Mississippi, so it's a bit of a curse there. But in my dream, I remember being in a root cellar, and I was panicked, and it was dark, and I couldn't see, and I couldn't get out, and I was trying to dig, and the doors were locked, and I was trying to dig through the earth and open the doors, and I heard muffled voices above me, and they said, the drugs are wearing off now. We better
Hmm.
let her out. Shit's gonna get scary. We better let her out now. Because she's figured it out. She's found out.
Hmm.
And then I got mad. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I could have had all this abundance this whole time, but I didn't. So I got mad, like, don't you dare lock me in here anymore. And I think that's it too. Like this waking up, like, hold on a minute. I'm controlling me. Nobody can control me, and I always have a choice. Even if somebody's got a gun to my head, I'm like, fuck or shoot me, come on, bring it. Because you know
Hmm.
what? You can't force me to do a dadgum thing. It's not going to work. Believe me, people have tried. I'm undomesticatable. Oh my word. But
Cinnamon, I want to ask you something, and I want to get to a couple things. Y'all, we're going to get into live Q&A. So raise your hands if you want to ask a personal questions. You don't get to ask questions, you get to answer them. You guys raise your hands. The special offer, April, put the link for the special offer in the chat
oh
box,
yeah, I forgot
please.
about that.
We're going to get into the special offer in a little bit. Y'all have an opportunity to go deep with Cinnamon. There's some profound meditations, a reading that you'll have. I had one last week, freaking amazing. We're going to get to that in more detail a little bit later. Again, this opportunity is coming up for these conversations. And so I have to get into because you're like 100 miles an hour and you have so much
I
to share,
know.
so much thing, but it ties in perfectly to part of what we promised to talk about. How do you ground yourself? How do we work at
Oh,
grounding ourselves in this space also? Because as we become friendly with the ego, again, that sobriety that I was talking about earlier, there is a grounding aspect to that. Does whatever it was that was keeping you in the cellar
yeah.
and woke you up to that, there was a grounding, a decision that was made from that grounding. It's like, something's got to change.
Yes. Over the years, it's been different. Um, I used to smoke cigarettes. It was my favorite thing, y'all. I don't care if you say it's gross. It was delicious and I loved it and it was my best friend. But I quit. Oh, I quit. And then my last one, I was like, oh, damn it. But that used to ground me
Hmm.
because it made me be in my body. Ooh, superhuman. Um, and eating grounds me and nature grounds me and being still, like you were saying, being still grounds me because I am super ADHD. Ain't like y'all haven't noticed or nothing, but I'm ADHD. Woohoo! So it's like sparkly squirrel. So I really need to. Well, I broke up with my whole life, as you know, and moved literally out into the forest. I made a new life for myself in the forest because that I needed more trees than people because that grounds me. Um, I needed to sit by moving water. That grounds me. And I feel like being still every day is super important
Hmm.
because, well, especially if you have ADHD or if you're neurodivergent like I am, I just go and go and go, Joan, hey, I just go and go and go. And I have to be still. And again, it's that triple threat. I have to treat my body like it's, crawfish. It's like, I know that you want to go do these things, baby love, but you got to sit still because you're not going to be okay. And I literally have to talk to myself like that. Like, no, you're not allowed that. You have to do this first. Like, man, because I want to do what I want to do, and I want to play and go off on tangents or sit and do nothing for days at a time. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think that's a lot of different stuff. I think it changes depending on what's happening.
Mm.
Right? Like the way I ground is going to be different. It's just going to be different each day, I guess. And I have to have, well, because I'm neurodivergent, I have to make accommodations for that. I can't be around a lot of people all the time. If I'm super drained, I have to have mood lighting. I have to have mellow music. It has to smell good, which means you need a bath. It has to smell good in my house. And I like soft things. And I eat organic whenever I can. And I grow food. And I like have to do all of these things because my body can't handle it otherwise.
Mhm.
So I quit smoking because in 2020, because I remember, y'all, I was sitting there meditating and crying, like, the ugly cry, right? I was ugly crying. And I was asking my guides, like, what do I do? My life is a freaking mess. And I heard distinctively in my head, this was Victor, my protector guide. His name is Victor, but he's a Victor. He says, do the thing you feel is most impossible. So I did. I quit smoking because I was
Mm.
a 30-year smoker. And I'm just like, all right, well, screw that. That's done now.
How do
Forget
you
it.
have that skin smoking for 30 years? That's crazy. That's another
Ah!
story. Anyway.
I don't know. It's all the meditation, maybe? I don't
Okay.
know. Well, and then after that, I quit caffeine too.
Mm.
So, because hello, y'all been listening to me for a minute. You think I need caffeine? No, definitely not. So I don't do caffeine, and I've been vegetarian forever, although I've been eating meat a little bit lately, but not the point. So as I feel it's this, as I've progressed and grown up a little, I think I have a ways to go like we all do, but as I've grown up a little, I didn't need those crutches anymore. Like, ooh, I can put those cigarettes down. I don't think I need those. Okay, I guess I can put that caffeine down. I don't need that anymore. And now it's my wine. I love my wine, but I don't drink a lot of it anymore. Now I'm like way too healthy, y'all. I need some fast food or something. Like, I gotta retox. I'm way too freaking healthy. I gotta retox. But I feel like I've not needed it anymore. I really did need it before. Those
Yeah.
stupid cigarettes were my best friend. Were they healthy? Shit, no. Should I have been doing it? Also, no. But did I love it? Yes. I really.
Yeah. Well,
But so yeah.
something about grounding also, it's again, are we approaching grounding from the ego? We have to ground, or we can't stay
Ooh.
grounded and all that. And there's times that we go and we come back in, and it's about getting to know ourselves, getting to know our rhythms, getting to know, are we escaping because we don't feel safe and that's what we're trained to do? Or how can we be in our own awareness and our own empowerment, not the sake for power of somebody else, but this for the sake of really loving ourselves as we're evolving, transitioning, listening to that intuition and choosing how we want to take action.
But it's scary to be the grown up. I mean,
Yeah.
don't we all want a grown up to help us figure out what the hell we're doing? Hey,
Yeah,
honey.
but didn't it become more scary to listen to the grown-ups that really didn't have the answer?
Yes, yes. And I think that this is how the autism helps me. Because y'all, you can't tell me what to do. You can't do it. It gets ugly. It gets ugly. Mom, poor mother, I swear. Oh my God. And she still loves me, which is a Christmas miracle. Because you literally cannot tell me what to do. You just can't, because this is just part of being a neurodivergent person. If you were giving me rules that are nonsensical, then you become nonsensical.
Yeah.
And I do not have to respect you. Respect is earned. So I
Mm.
don't care if you own the company or you sweep up after hours, I treat you exactly the same. And rich people who are performative based, because look, y'all, I lived in LA forever since God was a boy, and I trained all them famous rich people's dogs. I literally got lost in this woman's house once because it was this big marble hallway, and I bent down to look for something, and I look up, and the service people, the maid and what, they were gone, and I just had to sit there and like wait, like, oh shit, and my grubby little clothes, right? Like, I just was looking for I don't know. Anyway, they finally found me, but people who want to have power over others don't like me.
Mm.
They don't like me because I don't give a shit how much money you have. Money does not equal you being a good person. What's wrong with you? No, God, I mean, that's like a screen door in a submarine. That makes absolutely no sense to me. So I value people who are, I don't know, kind. And I think that's something we're moving into right now too, because you know what? In all of the governments, not all, but I would say most of the governments, it was like this big old rock, and we turned it upside down and we went, oh God, all that mess is up under there this whole time, and we didn't even know. Ooh, no, it's a bunch of icky, sticky stuff. And all the people making the rules are the power-based, performative-based, well, they're like peacocks. I mean, it sure is pretty, but you just a bird. You just a old yard bird. Like, you need to shut your cake hole and sit down, doll baby, because you know who needs to be making the rules is those of us whose little moral compass is due north.
Mhm.
Every day, all day. Every day, all day. Gotten fired from a lot of jobs because of that. But you know what? If you're harming animals, I'm going to set you straight. I don't care who
Yeah.
you are. If you fire me, I'll be homeless. Believe me, honey, I've done it. I have done it because I cannot do the other. But this is the gift I think that neurodivergents have. Well, again, a curse. But I feel like that's what's shifting, and trusting yourself over others this scary business, but I've been doing it since a little kid because I had no choice. And this is why I don't toot my own horn. I've never been good at that, but I don't feel like that's something that I've earned. That meaning this, I call people out. That calling people out is not something I've earned because I've just been, I was a little kid in Sunday school going, but did Adam and Eve have belly buttons? Because that don't make no sense. I don't understand what's going on. And then they get mad at me for asking all these questions, What I can take credit for is taking the action steps to get me where I am now. And knowing deep within my heart that no matter what I do, say, think, or feel, I'm always getting better. Even if I think I'm failing miserably and just drowning, and I'm still getting better. I know it is because I think it is. And when you think it is and you know it in your heart, then it just is. Isn't that how cool that magic works like that? So I know I'm getting better. No matter what. And even if the tide is out, then I go, no. You know why the tide is out? The tide is out because, Cinimon, you are the arrow. And you feel that tension and you feel that strain and it hurts and it is uncomfortable and it is scary and you don't know what's going on and everything is shaking and really go, but soon you're flying and you're going to hit right where you need to be. I am always exactly where I need to be. And even if everything is just on fire, I know I'm still exactly where I need to be. Even if I say something horrible to somebody else, hello, I still know that's exactly what was needed because I was put there for that reason, by my soul self or my guides or whatever. And at this point, I don't even care anymore. You know what I mean? Like whoever gives me information, like, come on, bring it. Because you were asking, how do I receive it? I don't really mind anymore because I've already set those boundaries. Because
You're aware of who you're interacting with and what it feels like, and there's a relationship that's built, and you trust your sovereignty and your body to inform, and you speak your truth from there. And it's such a beautiful example of really of what part of this call is about. Again, befriending our ego, learning how to be, learning how to ground, expanding that, being in the joy. Cinimon, I want to get into live calls because we'll listen to your stories all day long. And it was like, oh, we forgot calls.
I got a million of them, y'all. Oh,
yeah, you do. And they're wonderful. Every single one. I can listen to you all day. Y'all, the special offer we're going to get into in a little bit. I don't know how much of a little bit because, the stories, and we're going to continue, but this is awesome. But click on the special offer link. Schedule your session with Cinimon. Go ahead. Yeah.
And in that, in one of those, in the offer, they're both the same. Just the second one is you get like one-on-one time with me. But there's a 20-minute meditation in there that's freaking lovely, y'all.
We're gonna get into that in a little bit. We're gonna open that up in a little bit. I want to take some live callers.
Yeah.
But y'all got a preview. It's fun. We're gonna go deeper into it. Michelle, let's go to you first if you want to unmute your microphone.
First off, John Burgos, I love you. I'm glad to be live, and I want to bottle up your energy, Cinimon. You
right?
It's called ADHD. And I will need a snack and a nap after this. I just get so excited on here, I can't contain it. I'm like, whoa! I'm just really super grateful to be here for real. Anyway, go ahead. How can I help you? What question do you have?
I'm having, because you work with the body as well, right? So I'm having some issues with I think my digestive system, like yeast going on. I've been working with a functional medicine doctor. I could use some help with that.
I feel like it's balance. It's just balance in your life. It's balance in your life. And what is it you can no longer stomach anymore? What is it you can no longer digest? And I feel like it's certain people who don't treat you with the level of respect that you deserve. So it may get a little worse before it gets better, because I feel like this for you, and I have chills all over my whole body for confirmation, is freaking boundaries. And boundaries with, boundaries with no emotion involved. Boundaries meaning I always use my friend Elizabeth for this. I used to call my friend Elizabeth. She's moved. It makes my heart sick. Oh, look, she's moved. But I used to call her. Hey, do you want to go do such and such? And she was so honest. She'd go, no, I want to sit here in my sweatpants and drink red wine and watch TV by myself. Valid, cool. Like she did not have any southernness like I have, and I feel like it's that for you. Like, oh yeah, no, you don't get to talk to me like that anymore. And if you keep doing that, then I'm just not going to talk to you. I mean, I love you and your family, but that's not how we do things anymore. And it's just this sweet, definitive, like, nope, that's the way that it is. That's the way that it is. So, and balance too, please, because they're saying don't go crazy bananas with exercise or eating, or like, holy shit, can you calm down and be nice to yourself, please. That it doesn't have to be so restrictive, and it doesn't have to be so regimented. You can be a little loose, and your body wants to do for you. It wants to be healthy for you. And can you eat some naughty stuff sometimes? And Lord, y'all, look, my name is Cinimon Clark, NMD. That stands for not a medical doctor. All right. So, but I feel like, holy crap, would you just eat the cheese? Like it's okay. Can you just find balance and joy and even talk to your food before you ingest it? I know that sounds weird, but it's like, you know what? Everything I eat helps me. Mm-hmm. It's just like, it is what it is. Everything helps me. And my body's always better. And I feel like, can you please do a body check in the morning? Because everything that we have with our body, obviously, there's a spiritual counterpart to it, right? So you look, y'all, it ain't rocket surgery. You can just Google the dadgum thing like spiritual meaning of blah, 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 and it's right there for you. And look, if you do that, read like 3, because there's a ton of people on the planet. Mm-hmm. One of those 3 is going to resonate with you, but not all. So, and you'll know which one. But because I feel like your body's just trying to tell you other stuff too. So, and it's not about me telling you. I feel like you're supposed to figure it out yourself, because this is for you and your body to get in sync, not for some lady on the intranets to tell you what to do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So can you get in tune with your body more every day, underneath the surface of the anxiety that floats on the top, and go, no, what do I really want? I really just kind of want French fries. Well, then eat you some French fries. You know, don't go to McDonald's and get the extra big girl large size French fries, but have you some French fries or make them at home. You know, because I feel like your body is pushing you to have balance. So there you go.
Beautiful. Michelle, thank you so much for coming on. And Cinimon, what you were speaking to Michelle about in the beginning about setting those standards, those boundaries around other people and all that, that goes perfectly into our conversation about what was coming in, about being sober with what's there and taking appropriate actions. Like, let's just be real with what we have, whether it's low funds in the bank account, people who aren't treating us right.
Yeah, and say it out loud.
And it's like, oh, this is what's here. And it doesn't have to be with judgment. It's like, oh, this is the balance that I have to work with.
And get your claws out of it. Get your claws out of it. Yeah. You know, like, don't like pinpoint down like, oh shit, I've got all this stuff going on in my body and I've got to eat this and I can never have this again. And like, hold on a minute, Sparky, like, everybody take a deep breath. Maybe we just need to go, I don't know. What I feel right now is I need to take a nap. Mm-hmm. And it's the middle of the day, and you know, like, maybe you just need to do that. Maybe you need to postpone that appointment. And you just need to do that. Mm-hmm. Because that's what growing up is, y'all. It's trusting yourself, because you're the grown up, because ain't nobody knows what's right for you. You're the only one who knows what's right for you. Not me, not your mom, not nobody. You know what's right for you. And that's what I want to do for everybody. Help them find that connection with themselves, because I am that traveling monk. I cannot give you anything you don't already have. I am here to inspire you and empower you. That's my job. You know, it's not tell you what to do, because shit, everybody's telling you what to do. Oh my word. Doesn't everybody have an opinion? Woo! Don't mean you have to listen to them all. Yeah.
We're going to get to another caller here also, but I really wanted to get into the conversation and just touch on that. We don't have to go deep into it, but if we look at what's happening,
I know is deep down in the Mariana Trench.
I know, but we're going to take some other callers. We're going to do this. I'm going to say my piece and we're going to move on. But if we really look at, again, how religion is revealing the dark side of itself, how politics
Control,
are
control,
revealing that,
control.
well, isn't that what's revealing inside of us as well?
Absolutely.
Those parts that we don't
Absolutely.
want to face, those parts that we don't want to be sober about, that we don't want to overturn the rock and look at those things that we just don't want to look at. But
Yeah.
all those things that are happening in the outside world, it's because we're evolving.
Yeah.
Personally, it's all
Yeah.
a reflection of
It's,
what's coming up in us, and we're brave enough and capable enough to be with it now and to really make a difference in the world inside
yes.
that we want to be in.
And can I say something about that?
Of
And this is
course.
something I've said a million times. Can you get this leash for him, please? I think he's got to pee, y'all. So I've gotten my son to go get the leash for him, will you please? So, but I wanted to say something about that because, of course, as he's sitting here nuzzling on me, that having a body is like having a pet, truly.
Mm.
And I've said it a million times. And how you talk to yourself needs to be how you would talk to little crawfish here.
Ah,
Like, hey, oh my God, are you okay? What, you've got something going on with you? Oh my word, let's figure it out. I'm so sorry. I just didn't know. I just didn't
mhm.
know.
There you
And you
go.
know what? If you make a mistake, that's all right. I've got your back, because everybody does. And it's all right. You're okay. And talk to yourself. Well, at least be as nice to yourself as you would a companion animal. God, I mean, it's not fair how we treat ourselves. And no wonder our bodies can get all jacked up and weird and disjointed and disconnected, and we can't trust ourselves because we're indoctrinated to keep powering through, keep powering through. And that's the opposite of what we need to be doing. We need to be nowadays, we need to be slowing down and going within and going, hey, wait a minute, do I really need to eat that? Do I really need to eat more cabbage today? Or maybe do I just really want some French fries? I don't know. And either way, it's okay. And it's not forever. This is the trap I get caught in, and thinking that right now, this moment, if I eat these fries, that's it. It's runt, as we say back home in Mississippi. It's runt now. It's all runt. Ruined, if y'all don't know Southern speak, that means ruined. Ruined, as it were. But I feel like it's all runt now. I've screwed it up. There's no coming back. And then I have to talk myself down from the ledge all the time. Like, wait a minute,
Mhm.
that's my triple threat.
Yeah.
That's my triple threat. Trying to shame me into getting back in line. You get back in line. You live a certain way. You have a certain job. Like, no, none of that matters anymore, y'all.
Yep. I want to read what Lourdes wrote. I've had two readings with Cinnamon, and she is beyond amazing. So insightful, detailed, and on point. Very authentic, no BS, incredibly funny and honest. Obviously, super inspiring too. And we have a lot of those testimonials on the chat box. I want to read this
Thanks.
question that came in from Melanie. Such a good
Yes.
question, Melanie. Melanie's asking, how do you stop the ego from being addicted to criticizing, judging, and analyzing other people's behavior? Because those thoughts are rent-free in my head, and it feels good to complain about them, but it's
Yeah.
not who I know myself to be.
Just like my cigarettes.
Mhm.
Woo, was it good? No. Did I love it? Yes. But here's the thing. If you're judging other people, you're judging yourself.
Mhm.
Bottom line, full stop. So I would suggest look at your life. Where are you judging yourself? What is happening in your world that makes you so mad at you that you're so full of this self-judgment that it has to come leaking out of you?
Hmm.
And that there's shadow work, that there's fancy shadow work, because I feel like life is this little mug. I don't know what's written on yours. Mine is probably like witchy lady or some crap like that, but your little mug of life experiences can be so full of of icky sticky stuff in your past, of all this black tar of this abuse and trauma and all this icky. Even if it's little bits, it doesn't have to be some huge traumatic thing. It could be little bits of little things that people have said over the years that fills your cup up with this icky stuff. Good stuff's trying to pour on top, but it's running off the sides.
Hmm.
So shadow work is, well, and that's me too. I'm your spatula. I'm your spiritual spatula. I'll get up in that sucker and get all that mess out. We're going to dry it out on the picnic table, let you pick through. Like, I don't want that shit. I don't want, oh, this one's good. I'll keep that one. Then that's what shadow is too. I just help that shadow work along. So
Hmm.
where in your world can you release self-judgment? Where in your world can you go, wow, you know what? I'm not good at this job that I'm in and I've been in for 10 years. And honestly, I don't even like it. And I think I need to be doing something else. I think I'm going to quit. holy shit, there it is. Boom. And when all that truth comes bubbling up and out, you won't even need to judge other people. Because let me tell you this real quick, and I know y'all, I'm talking too much, but here's the thing. I was surrounded, I'm not anymore, my whole life growing up with what I call how dare she monsters. How dare she wear that? How dare she say that? How dare she do that by herself? How dare she laugh so loud? How dare she be so confident? How dare she be so happy? All my life, that's what I've been surrounded by, because obviously I'm big. I am a, big personality here. And I make everybody uncomfortable because I say the truth out loud. And I had covered my entire self with mud. And so I figured, well, if I stay little and I won't shine so bright and people will like me. Really, that's what it came down to, because people don't like me when I'm big and loud. So I'm just going to cover myself up. Turns out that's not it. You know what? I'd rinsed all that mud off, and I don't give a shit what other people think now, because here's the thing, the how dare she monsters, if they were to do their own thing, instead of judging other people's stuff, they wouldn't even give 2 New York seconds about nobody else. They wouldn't care. And I feel,
what if we're the how dare she's? Again, going back to the question, right?
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Instead of going, well, how dare she, date that guy, and who does she think she is? And she looks, like a whatever, like a tart, like a, and my husband's looking at her, and I'm going to go give her words because my husband's looking at her. But the truth is this. If your husband's looking at her, you need to let him go. Look at yourself. If your husband's looking at her and you let him do what he needs to do instead of, because when you're judging other people, it's like a helium balloon. You're trying to hold it underwater, all of your self-judgment, and you're concentrating. The second you look away, pop, it pops right back up in your face. So if you let it go, get your claws out of it. Let him go cheat. Let him go. Release it all and do what you feel you want to do. Because then when you're doing what you feel is right, and this goes back to intuition, how do you even know what's right? Well, you got to sit with yourself every day, right? And you have to feel where you're judging yourself and release it, look at your claws out of it. Because if you're doing what you want to do and you ditch that person that you're with and you're alone for a little while, then you go, oh wow, okay, I had no idea all that was under the surface of me. And I was judging all of them because I knew my life was not perfect, and I was afraid that they were going to see the truth in me and then not like me. Again, It ain't rocket surgery. And here's the thing, when you start healing, when you start on this spiritual path, being alone is what happens. Because, and I've said this a million times too, when you're in that group, when you're the one judging, then you surround yourself with people who are judging. And life is a sea of karma. This means you're out in the middle of the ocean and you're all thrashing around together. And she said, and he said, and what is it? And believe me, again, I'm from Mississippi. I know all about that, bless her heart. Did you hear what she said about, so I can't believe her. She wore white shoes after Labor Day. I mean, who raised her? She was raised by wolves. Like, oh my God, you talk about judgmental, y'all. I've been there, done that. But when you're thrashing around in the ocean with all of y'all judging each other, you are freaking shark bait. What do you think you're doing? Splashing around, judging everybody. Here is what I've done, and here is what I suggest you do. Swim off by your damn self. Cut them loose. All those judgmental people around you, cut them loose. Because I tell you this, if you don't return their texts and you let it dissolve, you'll realize you were the one holding up the friendship in the first place. Mm-hmm. You're efforting. When you're the one judging, your efforting is so great. It will exhaust your body and you're going to end up in the hospital. This is what dis-ease is. This is what fibromyalgia is. This is what arthritis is. It's this, I'm striving for perfection and I hate myself so much, so I'm going to put on this front so everybody thinks I'm perfect. But when you swim off by yourself, it's lonely, I can attest. And it's scary for a little bit, but it gets real quiet and you're just swimming and you're going, all right, now I'm kind of used to being alone. oh wow, this is pretty cool. And then before you know it, when you look up and look around, there are other people swimming beside you, not hanging on to you. No, no, they're not trying to drag you down. They're swimming too, and they're like, hey, good job. Like, oh my God, holy crap, you too, man. This is amazing. And you can swim away from all of that horseshittery. You don't have to be immersed in it. You
Agreed.
can do it yourself. Swim
Exactly.
off and save your energy for you. Do what you, because I guarantee you this. Look, I worked with highly aggressive dogs for forever, right? And I would tell every single client, here's what you're looking for. You're looking for your dog to be goofy. When your dog is acting a fool on their back, going, knock, 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 you know how dogs do. That is the epitome of doing it right. Because anxiety and goofy can't have both at the same time. You can't do it. You can't do it. So when you're doing what you love, you can't have that judgment and anxiety.
Simon, I want to get to your special offer.
Oh, forgot about that. Yes, go ahead.
No, I didn't. That's why I'm here. So
Rein me back in, y'all.
April, put the link for the special offer in the chat box. And while y'all are finding that, it's highlighted in blue. You can also go to beyondtheordinaryshow.com/cinnamon33. I'll take you to that same page, but it's in the chat box here. And one thing I want to call all of us out to and into awareness and the remembrance as well. Y'all have been doing your work for a while. I would consider all of y'all spiritually mature. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, call it thing a thing, y'all.
And hold that mantle. And whenever we catch ourselves judging another, let's remind ourselves of the harm that we're really doing in this world.
Even if it's in your head, you're harming yourself.
Absolutely. And you're harming others as well. You're putting that out. You're condemning something and it's condemning you. And that's just damning everybody into a world that we don't want to create.
And can I say something about that?
Of course.
Again, y'all, triple threat, right? Your body, you got your ego, right? And you have your thoughts, and then you have your primordial hardwiring. Your body's like a little toddler. So if you're judging other people, don't be mad at yourself for judging other people. That defeats the freaking purpose. So if you've got a little toddler who's scrubbing on the walls, you don't go, you're not allowed to. No. You go, oh, honey, instead of that, will you please come color with me on this in this coloring book or on this piece of paper? You just help your body. It's just trying the best it can. And look, addictions are what they are. Whatever that is that you're addicted to, it's not the addiction that's the issue. The addiction actually makes you feel better in the moment. And ain't that some shit? What you're really looking for is the owie in your heart. What is that owie, that deep owie in your heart? What is it that you need? What does that little toddler need? Attention. That's why she or he is scrubbing on the walls. Nobody's paying attention to me, so I'm going to do something naughty so somebody sees me and pays attention to me. So can you please be, even if you're the meanest, judgy person ever and you're mean as a fucking snake, can you please at least be nice to yourself and go, you know what? I did that because I need something. That's all. So how can I feel the need in me?
Well, that's part of that grounding that we're talking about. Also, grounding happens in lots of different places. And coming back to that, it stabilizes you. It takes you from a place of disassociation and being in balance chemically into gathering yourself and going, oh, wait.
I'm okay.
I'm okay. And I'm going to choose this instead of this now because it's better for me.
All decisions are made from that calm, neutral knowing.
Right.
All decisions made from the calm, neutral knowing. And if you're not in that space, don't make the choice.
Yeah.
Just say, give me a minute. I need to think about it. I need to go meditate about it. And if you can't meditate, go move your body, exercise your body, get that little toddler body running and going and playing. And then it's easier to make that decision for sure.
All right, Simon, I am pulling up the special offer because I want everybody to be able to participate in this.
Fanciness. All right.
Right? So the special offer, y'all, if you click on the page, I'm starting with package B. Package B is $147. It includes everything. But Simon, first of all, get into what people are going to receive in your 40-minute session.
I have no idea. Y'all, because it's not about like, here's what you're signing on for. I don't know. It's not about me, period. It's not about me. It's about you. So whatever you need, we will do. And all I ask is that you don't get hung up on what you want to hear, that you be open to what your guides want you to hear. So maybe we'll do a meditation to clear some stuff out. Maybe we need to release some past lives. Maybe we need to release the ghost of the former you. I don't know what we're gonna, I don't know. I don't know. It's every single one of them is different.
Cinnamon, I remember it was a couple of sessions ago, not this last one, but the one before, the meditation that came through for both of us.
What was that one?
I'm trying to remember. It
was that the defrag?
The defrag, that's right.
And
That
I
was
had never
an
heard
amazing
about
thing.
that ever. Like we defragged our bodies.
It
It
was
was really cool.
absolutely phenomenal. I felt altered permanently from that.
I've never done that before or since.
I know
I mean,
it
so
came
that was,
through.
yeah.
We talked about it on our call
Oh
after,
yeah,
but
we
that was
did. Yeah,
that was
we
amazing.
did.
And
So
again,
I
that's
really
just
don't know because
yeah.
it's for you. So obviously have questions and things, that you want written down and have some kind of or not. I mean, maybe you're not supposed to do that. I'm up for anything because it's not about me. So there you go.
Amazing. And package A, y'all, is I get to say y'all now. I feel so good with you. Um, what are these guided meditations?
So this is actually it's 2 hours. I wrote that wrong. It's 2 hours. And so it's an event that I had done and I recorded it, but and so it's answering people's questions and everything that I do, including this, I always all during the day and even days before, I say I'm sending out energy into the future. So whatever is said is not only for the people on the call, but for the people who listen to it later.
Hmm.
So if you're led to purchasing that, there will be something there for you. And then there is a 20-minute guided meditation in that also, a visualization that heals your body. And for those of y'all who have done a big long meditation with me, Little Fox was there. I have a little fox that helps to come and heal. And so Little Fox is there and it's just amazing. It's really gentle and
Hmm.
powerful at the same time, and maybe that's me. I'm everybody looks at me and goes, oh, she's California because I live in and she smiles and they underestimate me and I go, oh, sweetie, that's fine. Just better yet, just underestimate me. That's us. Because I have been through a lot. I have complex PTSD and I have survived things that I can't believe I did survive. So there is a depth to me that is not easy to see. Maybe that's what it is. Not easy to see. So when we go through my meditations, we go deep, deep, deep down and get rid of stuff that you didn't even know was there.
Hmm.
With the utmost respect, because I am very trauma informed. And so I always want to make sure that you feel good and you feel comfortable and you are in control. And this is about you because I am here of service. That's the reason for me. That's what I'm doing here.
So is that the stress relief meditation or is that another?
No, this is a different one.
So
The stress relief meditation is a short
next one.
little guy that you can just listen to, and that's on there too. And you can just listen to that whenever you want. That's just a short, easy one. And talk about befriending your ego and getting grounded. Listen to that one every day. It's short. It's only like 6 minutes or so you can, so just over and over and over so you can poof. And it's a quick way to bring you back to that calm, neutral knowing. Not the big long one, obviously. I mean, y'all can listen to it as many times as you want, but it's 20 whole minutes, so prepare accordingly, schedule accordingly.
Y'all, you can read through the testimonies in the chat box about the sessions, the meditations. Again, my experience in that defrag was amazing.
Freaking cool.
That
And
was,
we laugh
yeah, you do laugh a lot.
because, I mean, shit, it's hard down here. So you might as well laugh while you're doing all the stuff.
Yeah, good time.
Laugh while you're growing. It's all freaking scary, so why not laugh while we're doing it?
Yo, the
Anyway.
link for the special offer is in the chat box. Again, beyondtheordinaryshow.com/cinnamon. 33 will take you to that as well. $97 for package A. If you buy package B, you get package A plus your 40-minute personal reading. I can't recommend it enough. I hope y'all take advantage
So
of
fun.
it. Let's go to some more Q&A, Cinnamon.
Okay, cool.
Let's go to Who's iPhone 2? You got your iPhone on there. You have glasses, long blonde hair, pink tank top. That's you, yes.
Oh, we're muted. We can't hear you.
Here, I'm here.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Cinnamon. I'm so excited. I had a session with you a few months ago. Amazing.
I don't remember what I wore yesterday, so it's not really saying
You-
much.
You talked to so many people. But we had talked about, it's funny because tonight I didn't even think I was going to be able to see this. And it just so happened that I saw it and I'm on, and I kind of forgot my question. I got so involved in listening to your stories.
Oh no. No, I do that. I call it psychic amnesia. Like I get on there and go, oh shit, what was I gonna ask? Keep talking. Keep talking.
I think it has to do with on our session. I was talking about and you were just talking about, you realized you're not into your job, you want to start something new.
You're about to bust free from all of it right now.
And
I have chills all over.
Because I kind of found something. I found something, and I don't know if it's for me. I have to, it's going to require me to invest a lot of money. I have to learn this new skill set, which is freaking me out. I keep getting excited, and then I'm like, no, I can't do this. So I'm just wondering if it is something worth me really.
I feel like you could do some of it or part of it without that huge money investment first to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking too.
Mm-hmm. Because I feel like, well, here's literally what I'm hearing. They should be so freaking lucky that you give them money and show up to the party. So you need to test it out. You need to interview that. See if it's right for you. Because you could do whatever you want to do. So before you invest a bunch of time and energy and effort and whatever, see, just kind of toe in the water and see. Because if it's not that, it's something similar to that. So don't invest all the money because it may be that, but a little different. I have no idea what I'm saying. So as long as it makes sense to you, we're good. But it could, perfect. Because it could be, and it could be that, but you kind of squish it and morph it into what you want it to be. And so it's the same but different. Holy crap, that sounds ridiculous. But does that make sense?
No, it totally makes sense.
Perfect, yes. Because you need to put your spin on it because their way of doing it is boring.
Right, okay. But I didn't know if I had to do it their way or if I could change my way. Okay.
No, they don't know. Well, I was about to say they don't know what they're doing. That's unfair. Yes, they do. They know what they're doing in their little bit part. But you're doing something groovy and cool. And like you're with the cool kids and your clients are awesome and it's fun and it's different than what they're doing. Yours is looser. Yeah. I hear in my head loosey-goosey, like, whew, it doesn't have to be so strict and regimented. And,
right. I'm trying to follow all their rules and do everything the way, and I'm like, I don't do it that way.
No, they don't know no better. No. You do it your way. And I feel like you could do it for like half that price and get the same knowledge. Because I feel like if you buy that, you're already going to know a bunch of the stuff that they teach. So your money is going to kind of be, you could learn it for free in other ways. May require more effort on your part, but if you listen to your intuition, you will just get the parts and bits that you need and not all the fluff.
All right. Amazing.
Ooh, I'm excited for you.
All right. Blessings. Have fun.
Yay. So good to see you.
You too.
Enjoy your new career, what you're doing. Exciting.
It's about time. Yeah,
you're welcome.
It's about time.
I can feel that.
She's about to bust free. It's fantastic.
Amazing. Jennifer Barnes, welcome to the call.
Wait, where are
you? Hi.
Hello. Oh, hi, there you are.
Yes, I'm right here. So we didn't have a session, but I got to speak with you. I don't remember if it was the last time you were on or before, but my mama had just passed and you told me like I basically needed to sit in my shit for a while. And then so I've been sitting in my shit, and in that time period, my brother also died. I got evicted.
Wow.
And like trauma after trauma after trauma. And so my question is, because I'm living in Austin, I teach yoga, I teach mindfulness, meditation, all the things, and I love it. But my resources have obviously been
dwindling,
running out.
So the the first thing that I heard was, um, well, John and I were talking about this before we came on. I said, when I am depressed, which was May, I went all got depressed, but I wallow in it real deep, like get down in there and like just like get super depressed because I want to concentrate the time. Because it's limited down here in each particular lifetime, and I feel like that's exactly what they did for you, because if it were spread out, losing people and losing things, then it would have just encompassed way too much of your time and energy. It's very concentrated, so it really was done specifically to help you out. Are you going to move out of Austin?
I would like to.
Good. Okay.
I
Yeah,
would
because I
really
feel you
like to.
moving out of Austin. I feel
Me
like
too.
it's completed. Whatever you've done there, you're because I see this in my head that it's completed.
Yeah.
It's time for you to move someplace that's colder. I feel like are you from the East Coast? Do you know people on the East Coast?
I just met a girl from Brooklyn,
Oh, there you go.
but I was looking into like out of the country completely.
Oh, you can totally do that. Yeah.
But
But I feel like there's a
just
connection with East Coast for you. Don't know what that's about. And it could be something about yoga. And they could say, hey, can you go over here and teach or something like that? I don't know what that means.
right. I've been putting feelers out, like just putting the energy out because I feel that same thing is like it's complete here. In fact, the
Yeah.
resources are literally drying up. So I need to go to where the water is.
Well, you need to go where you're loved and appreciated, and people want you there, and they love your energy. And I feel like that can be your map. Like, literally where you feels good. Get the apps on your phone, Zillow and Redfin and all that crap, and like look for places to live and kind of look around that area and feel it out. See what your body says, and if your body says, "Ooh, that feels good," then that's a clue. And I feel like you're going to look at three separate places, and then pick one. You'll have the choice of three, and it could be this year for sure if you want.
Yeah.
Like fall, winter. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's exciting.
Yeah.
And I hear it's okay if you don't know all the steps. It's okay if you don't know. You're not really even supposed to know, because you would jack it
Right.
all up like we all do. It's not just personal. We all screw it all up, right? So it's can you just go with what feels correct for you and just do that? And then I feel like even though you'll be very prepared, and it'll still feel like a leap and scary.
Yeah. Well, it's scary because like the resources, right? The finances are,
But here's the thing.
that's causing a lot of fear in me whenever I'm like teaching almost every day. And I'm like, how am I
Because
gonna
you do something in
survive?
addition to that. You do something in addition to that. And you're a writer, do you write?
I do.
Yeah,
I don't
because you
publish anything, but yes, I do.
okay. Because I feel like you do something with the writing to make money. And so because you do both. And you do a third thing too. But they're all fun, good things that it's not like you have to go do something that's not like you. But you do three things. It's all about the three with you. That's crazy. But it's a please trust yourself. Get in tune with yourself and see what look, literally the other day, I haven't written in my journal in forever. I'm like, I've got to write in my journal. I've got to write. And I turned the house upside down looking for this stupid freaking journal. And I finally found it, and it was that I just needed to read my journal. Because I never read my journal. But I didn't even need to write it. So I say that because you'll get a feel to do something. Don't overthink it. Like if it feels completed, release. And nature abhors a vacuum. The money will happen. Somebody will say, well, come stay with me a week. And then we'll go in the here and here. You know what I mean? So as we always say, right, all of us, the how is not your problem. But there's an East Coast connection. So talk to your friend from Brooklyn. Go from there. See what happens, yeah? Go get some coffee. Y'all talk about it.
I will totally talk about it all day.
All right. Thank you.
And Jennifer, what I would say to you is like, again, the conversation, y'all, this is so coming up, and I just have to keep driving it home to be just sober with what is and being okay with it.
It
It's not
sucks
that
though.
it's wrong.
Yeah.
It sucks to take a look at it, but it's liberating as well, because I can be teaching yoga, 10 yoga classes, every 3 days at $20 a day, but I know it's not going to pay my rent. But if I keep doing that because it's what's comfortable and because I don't want to get in my comfort zone, that's not being sober of what it is. And so at the end of the month, I'm all agitated and anxious again because I wasn't really just being sober with what it is.
And being able to rest without guilt.
Exactly.
It's a big one. And I've been working through that myself. And not doing, the holy trinity of regret, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Oh God. Not doing that to yourself. And going, you know what? What's going to be is going to be. I can't control the world. I can only control me. And that's it. I can't even really control what's happening in the moment. I can only control me. So if it's drying up, where feels abundant? Does the writing feel abundant? Ooh, do some of that, And you teach teachers. You teach yoga classes to teachers, right?
I teach to different types of people, from athletes to dancers to,
So
new mamas.
Can you teach teachers?
Yeah.
Okay, so just be open to that. Like, okay, I'm open to teaching teachers. What would that look like? How can I make that happen? Because I feel like that you could probably have your own business there.
Yeah, and athletes and dancers will pay more for sessions, by the way. It's not the typical yoga class. The model needs to change in different ways as well, because it's not that, come into class for $20 and drop in. And it's like, no, it's like there's a lot of creativity that can come in also into
yoga is art.
Yeah, truly.
To being a yoga and things just don't work. My German friend Petra she would always say, it ain't the same as it used to was. It ain't the same as it used to was. So that's just for sure. It ain't the same as it used to was.
Yeah.
So it's not going to work the way it did. So all of us need to, again, kind of back up and zoom out and go, okay, well, what feels good now? Because all the old crap is just not going to work. And it's not just you, everybody, the tide is out for everybody as things shift. So it's like, okay, well, what can I do in the moment that will fill that gap that feels right to me, that aligns with me? So my little moral and ethical compass still feels good, and I don't feel all icky sticky. So what would feel good to you to do, And I do feel like it's writing for sure. Or make a new thing, like, no, I'm gonna do this special class for only athletes, and it's special, or one-on-ones, and it's just kind of expand on it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Jennifer,
it's gonna be great. I know it sounds like a lame, but trust, it's really gonna be fantastic once you get through all this shit. Because look, for a lot of us who have been on our path a while, it's done. All the trauma, all the suffering, all of that pain, all of that swimming upstream is completed. So now you get to receive, and I feel like your guides are pushing you, and they're going, holy shit, why is she so stubborn? What the hell? Like, they're pushing you, and you're going, la, 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 but I teach yoga, la, 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 and they're push. You're like, holy shit, just kick her off the freaking mountain already, right? Then like, force her to fly, because they're trying to help you, crack open. Where is it easy? Go there. Where does it feel good? What feels the most funnest? And there's your homework. Do what feels most funnest. That's it. And then you'll find your abundance.
That's what I was getting for her also. I was getting for you. It's like, where can you find the excitement and feel it? Give yourself permission to feel the excitement and let that be your guide.
Yeah, I haven't felt that in so long, but I've been searching for it again. It doesn't feel like it's here, and I'm going.
Well, you just been going up to the same lamp every day and trying to turn it on. The bulb's been done. Yeah. It's been burnt like 3 years ago for you. Again, the 3. Right. It's you've been done and over. Like, holy shit, get a new bulb. What are you doing? Like, what the hell, Jennifer? Come on. But it's going to be so great, though, don't you see? Like, after all of this, you're the arrow. You're in the, and it hurts, and you're like, but You're about to soar and hit right in the bullseye target, be right exactly where you need to be. You really are. Just have fun.
Blessings, Jennifer. One more thing,
Thank you.
Jennifer, I would recommend as a suggestion, as something to play with. Pray to your mother and your brother and ask them to help you find your excitement. Every night before you go to bed, please help me find my excitement in life. Let me be the legacy that you've left, and let me show you how I can really live fully, and that you're ready, and that you're going to be open to receiving them in dream time. But make it a practice. Go ahead, Cinnamon.
And your mom is talking about some kind of green in the kitchen. What the hell is she saying? Some kind of green cookware. Did you get the green cookware?
No.
What is the green cookware? She said it at the
I
beginning,
don't
and I'm like, I dismissed it, which is so rude of me. I don't need to do that. But she's again bringing it up, like, and I thought it was cookware because I was, I was born in 71, so I'm thinking, what is it, green cookware like in the 70s? Like everything was mustard green and like this horrible yellow color. I mean, mustard yellow and this green color. But if she's showing me something green in your kitchen, she said, well, and it could be that you maybe need just a plant in there, or you have a window, you look outside and it's green, and there she will be. Because that's what I hear. There
I
she
go
will
out
be.
in nature a lot just to look at the green in the trees. That's
Right, there's something about the
important.
kitchen too that's important. She says poignant, it's poignant. Something about the kitchen. So whether you're cooking, maybe you help people with food as well. With their diet as well.
Mhm.
I mean, good Lord, there's so much you could do. You could own a restaurant, you could be a nutritionist, you can like do whatever like you really need to open up. And you're going to Italy?
I've been looking, that's one of the places I've been looking into.
Yeah, go. See, yeah, yeah.
Jennifer's getting a full-on session.
Sorry.
This is awesome. Jennifer,
Sorry,
blessings
y'all.
to you.
Thank
This is
you.
Go to
awesome.
Italy. Go to Italy. Get an Airbnb for a couple weeks and test it out.
Awesome. Have a fun journey.
Like Como.
Have a fun journey. You were so enthusiastic when you said hi to Joan. I would be remiss not to
Joan!
pick on Joan. Joan, welcome.
Joan, are you muted? Oh, wait, where'd you go?
No, I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool. John, first I got to thank you for having Cinnamon back. I met her through you previously, and I can't say enough about her. And today I just have a quick question. And the thing is,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
know that the energies are haywire, and I know that as a result of that, we're feeling it in multiple ways. It could be physical, mental, whatever. And in my particular case, I know you, and I know that you have insight beyond just the fact that things are happening. And I've just in the last couple of weeks started experiencing some pain on the side of my left leg, just below the knee. So I wanted to see if you could tap into anything in particular that I should be aware of.
Do you do the reflexology on yourself?
No, I haven't.
Can you do the reflexology on yourself?
Well, as a matter of fact, just a couple days ago, I happened to come across one of those little balls that have the spikes coming out of it, and that's how you actually do it on yourself. And I didn't realize how much pain I was in and how much assistance that would help.
Yes.
So that's really
And
something.
and I feel like too, you need to allow other people to work on your body. Whether that's a massage or another person doing reflexology on you. I mean, I think that's great that you can do it yourself and do for sure on yourself, but because I feel like there is an energy exchange that needs to occur. You just need to receive, Joan.
That
And
I know.
you just gonna be kicking and screaming. You're like putting a cat in a bathtub. You're just gonna be hissing and scratching. And just how can you allow yourself to receive, well, good stuff. And I feel like you need to move. Are you gonna move out of that place?
I would like to, but you previously told me it wouldn't be till at least October. And quite frankly, I'm waiting for Mr. Wright to come in because I don't want to make a lot of more moves. I figure one more move is good,
Yeah, because I feel like those people around where you are just kind of, I don't know.
They're not
know.
they're not my community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're just like Debbie Downer, man. Like, dang.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like, and for realsies though, can like get a massage, get somebody to do reflexology on you. Can you get physical therapy too, like on your legs and things? I mean, I don't know if you could do that if there's not something physically really. I don't know how that works, but because I feel like it's shoulders and your legs, because I see somebody taking and bending your leg and stretching it out and like that. So I'm assuming that's physical therapy, but
It
maybe
sounds
it's
like it. Well, I do have a massage scheduled,
yay.
so I'll
Oh,
just
good.
go with
When's the
that.
last one you've had?
A month ago.
Oh, good. Okay, so you don't need me. Look, you're doing it all. You don't need
Uh,
my ass.
But still, your insight is beyond what I get.
Well, go get reflexology from somebody else.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's other people. Well, I feel like it's multiple people coming in to assist you and you letting them do it.
That's big.
Yep.
And thank you. I might have an opportunity
Ow.
to do that next week.
Well, you are so welcome.
Thank you again. And thank you, John, as well.
You're
Joan
very
is so
welcome.
fabulous, y'all. Can't you feel her lovely energy?
She's a sweetheart, absolutely.
Truly. Love you, Joan.
You
What I
too.
love what Joan's bringing up for me also, and Joan, it's really tune into this. And I think the meditations in the package are really helpful because we're talking about befriending the ego and stress relief, but it comes in different forms. And we talked about intuition earlier, and Joan already knows. And she's leaning on you a lot, which is wonderful. I reach out for confirmation all the time. All the time I reach out for confirmation because it's nice to get those little adjustments or like breathing into decisions. And Joan already knows. She just does.
And kind of like testing yourself. Like I felt that was right, and then you get the confirmation, like I knew it.
Right.
I don't know, it helps you kind of, grow your intuition
Mhm.
and befriend your ego. You're like, I knew that was right. Oh, I don't know. That helps me a lot.
Yeah.
Well, and Joan is actually really super psychic. She just won't admit it. You need to get out of the broom closet, Joan.
Thank you.
We're all down here dancing naked by the fire, waiting on your ass, and you're running late. Now, come on.
And the sun's coming up and we're getting cold.
Right? Yes, it's time for breakfast and sleep.
Awesome. Blessings, Joan. All right.
Thank you, Joan.
Thank you.
Adele, let's go to you. Welcome to the call.
Oh, are you muted? Oh, there you are.
Hi. I'm getting there. Hi. So I was on, I think a year ago, and you're saying I had to have more fun. So I started a podcast, which is fun.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Well, but the thing is that it's still the flow. Like I'm meeting lots of people, like the flow of the money. And then all of a sudden today, like out of nowhere, I'm on my walk, and all of a sudden, like my hips, like that from my belly button, my hips everywhere, it's got like pow with pain, burning. I'm like, what? I'm not even with anybody. I haven't picked up anything. So anything that you want to share,
hips,
I'd be happy.
yes. And again, everything physical that we have going on, there's a spiritual counterpart. So hips, really things can get stuck there. I'm feeling this is old school stuff for you. Hips are bitterness, anger, rage can get stuck in the hips.
Okay.
And this can be your mama's and her mama's and her mama's and her mama's. Right? And so it doesn't even have to necessarily be yours. And I'm going to talk fast because I know I don't have much time. But the thing is this, it's literally within your mitochondrial DNA. Right? Like you can absorb from your mama and her mama and her mama. So I feel like this is, okay, hold on. Let me see if I'm getting this wording correctly. You're holding yourself back out of respect for them because their lives were not able to in their lives live to their fullest. So it feels like if you let it all go and jump in the deep end and woohoo and do all this fun shit that you really want to do, is a bit of a disrespect for them. This and I don't even know if you're aware of that, but this like a deep underneath the surface bit. And you know what? Can we all do this? Do you mind if y'all want to join in? Can we just close our eyes for a second and take a deep breath? Here's the thing. Just take a deep breath with me. Things are switching and moving so quickly now that things are coming up that we didn't even know they were there, right? It's like we hurt in places we didn't even know we had places. So here's what I want to do. I want you to imagine yourself standing in front of a portal. The portal is behind you, and there's sort of like the ghost of the former you, of your former life, this go round, this part of you that is full of all of this poverty, this lack of abundance, this work so hard and never have fun, this pain in your body, this fear of leaping forward into the future, all of these things holding you back. And here's what I want you to imagine in your mind's eye. If you can imagine that portal simply closing, and it cuts that cord with who you are now versus this ghost version of you. And I'm just going to ask this beautiful waterfall of light actually to be flowing above your head. And so it's just flowing over your face and your entire body. So if there are any tendrils left of this old you who is trying to pull you back down into that pain and poverty and all of these things that we've clearly outgrown, this waterfall of light washes all of that away. I do feel like as a group here now, that portal is completely closed, and I'm going to ask this waterfall of light to just wash that portal away now too. And now in your mind's eye, when you look forward, you may see this beautiful clear path in front of you. You could see a lovely garden, or maybe you're walking a path through the forest. Just want you to imagine your path being clear and open, because really what we're all struggling with is allowing in ease. We don't even know what ease and flow and gentleness looks like, do we? So this is a brand new path that we are forging out of all of that pain and trauma and suffering that we have endured. But the beautiful part is that our spirit guides and our healing team and each other, we're all here to help with this new path and allow it to have no obstacles. There's just an ease and a flow and a gentleness. So anything you have carried with you from your loved ones who have now passed away, your ancestors, your past lives, all of these things that were pulling you down are now just being washed away by this beautiful waterfall of light. It's so effortless. You don't have to do a thing but relax and allow. And with that being said, let's just wiggle our fingers and toes and come back to our bodies, kind of roll your shoulders a little bit. And so if you can remember that or watch the replay of this, I feel like that's going to help your body release it all. It's a lot.
Okay.
Like your body, you chose to kind of, and I have chills all over my body for confirmation for this. You chose to come in and not only clear up a bunch of karma for you, but for your mama and her mama, and it's all the women and some of the men too in your family. So it's heavy business.
Well, and I think it caught me off guard because I was out walking and it was just nice, and then all of a sudden it was like I hit a
Light
wall,
switch.
and I was like, "What?" And I was like I could barely get home.
And so that was all the spiritual. Physical too, go get your hormones checked.
Okay.
And
That's funny.
and
That's come up a lot.
because perimenopause and menopause for women is a spiritual awakening like no other.
Okay.
It'll kick your ass, but you will be so strong. This is why the patriarchy worships young women and makes young women believe that old women are jealous of them. Because they want to prey on young women. If young women listen to us, then patriarchy would crumble like that.
Yeah.
So
And that's where we're at.
yes.
Let it crumble.
Yes, and of course your body is like freaking out because it's not only the microcosm, which is your physical body and your family, but the macro as well. So you're getting double trouble going on. But you will walk through this fire and holy shit, you're going to be Bulletproof.
Hmm.
That's the word here.
Bring it on. Bring it
Yep.
on.
I'm so excited about your podcast. Good for you.
Well, you can be a
Courageous.
guest if you want to.
Email me.
Okay.
Do it.
I'll
Email
find
me.
you.
I'll be on there. Shit, yes, I will. You kidding? Absolutely, I will. You be careful
Same
what
for
you
you,
wish
John.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah, John, you and I both need to get on there. That'd be a blast.
That'd be fun.
We
That'd
could
be
do
fun
it
for both
together,
of
and
us.
Okay,
we would
we'll do it.
never
I know how to
shut
get a
up.
hold of John for sure.
Adele, blessings to you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Podcast, taking action, and it's the next layer. It's the next layer, and then you're showing up. So way to
Well,
go.
and it's part of listening to you about making us step up.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't
Amazing.
want to. And John kept on going, you got to. And I'm like, I don't want to. And even Sheila Gillette said it, you got to. And I'm like, all right, I'll listen.
Well, you don't have to do a damn thing. You can stay in that shitty job that you hate and get all sick and your body
Oh,
get
no,
all
I
jacked
don't have
up and
that
like, you know
anymore.
what I mean? But here's the
Yeah.
thing too, I want to say with that, with any kind of new thing that comes up for y'all when you take a big leap, that's what you did, and then look what happened. It's like, God, dog. But here's the thing with that, new level, new devil.
Mm-hmm.
New level, new
yeah.
devil. Right when I quit smoking, I was capable, like step into that power. Then I quit caffeine, boom, step into that power. New level, new devil, right? And then you just kind of deal with the backlash of being the black sheep, really, of stepping out of the mess, of swimming away from being shark bait with all those icky sticky, people who were flailing around and drowning up in there, so new level, new devil. But you're gonna get through this. Go get your hormones checked. Get on some hormone
Awesome.
replacement therapy. Changed my
Amazing.
life. And you know what? My teenage son and I call my hormone replacement therapy Mama's Be Nice pills. So let me tell you, they help me so much. I'm actually a nice person again. It's wonderful. Anyway, thank you, Adele, because
Thank you so much.
because of you, I was led to do that little short meditation for everybody. So thank you for prompting.
Y'all, the special
Thank
offer
you.
with Cinimon, the private reading, the meditations, the links in the chat box, or go to beyondtheordinaryshow.com/marketplace. Make it even easier if you don't see it in the chat box right now. And what's wonderful about the new level, new devil, is that each time we get to a new level, the devil becomes much smaller.
Yep.
It just does.
And
so
you're more aware. You go, oh yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. And then you can work through it. And I think while we're growing up, we're not as scared. We're not little kid out in the woods in the dark alone. You just go, oh, well, it's dark. I just need to make a fire. I mean, shit, it ain't that hard.
Yeah, but after a
Because we're
while,
grown-ups.
after the while, you don't quake at the devil quakes at you because you're bringing your truth and your clarity, and it's more of a challenge to manipulate. And it would rather not. It'll go somewhere else.
Angels respect me and angels protect me and demons respect me, right? That old saying, like, and for sure, like when you've gone through so much, then you're like, is that all you got? Squirrel, please take a seat. I got
like
shit to do.
That gang is not going to attack you in the hood, right?
No. Well, yeah. And I don't know. I feel like when we get more truthful too, like you're just unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
And people will try to find the chink in my armor. It's like, dog, baby, I ain't got no armor. Whatever you think you can do to me, life's already done 10 times. So I'm good. Like, bring it. And all of your, fits that you're throwing and trying to judge me. Good Lord Almighty, dog, baby, go ahead, because I don't care anymore. I just don't care. Like, I just don't. And thank you.
I love how much you're not caring brings you into so much caring for all of us, and what you transmit on these calls and the way you show up and how generous you are, and in the readings, how you just give all of yourself to us, and in the transmissions as well. So thank you so much for the way that
Thank you. Well, thank you for letting me be here.
Oh, please.
And run my
You
mouth.
do anything. You said yes. You said yes. I invited you and you said yes.
Yes.
All of y'all, thank you so much for just loving yourselves enough to say yes to what else is possible.
And I know everything seems awful, but it really is getting better, y'all.
It's getting
It
better.
really is getting better. And even if that means we're still in the woods at night alone and it's cold, at least we know how to make a damn fire now. You know what I mean? We're all right.
More than that.
We
More
got
than that.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do this.
All right, y'all. I love y'all. Blessing.
Thank you.
Namaste. I will talk to you soon, Cinnamon. Thank you for being on.
Thank you.
All
Bye,
right,
y'all.
everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.